The eternity's embrace. In the heart of a remote and desolate valley, nestled amidst rugged, mist-shrouded mountains, lay a place known as the eternity's embrace. This valley was a land of perpetual twilight, a realm where time stood still and the souls of the departed found no rest. The legend of the eternity's embrace began centuries ago, when a terrible plague swept through the region, claiming the lives of countless villagers. In their desperation to contain the outbreak, the villagers sealed off the valley, cutting it off from the outside world. It was a desperate act born of fear and despair, one that would seal the fate of those trapped within. As the years passed, the memory of the valley faded, becoming little more than a distant, haunting whisper in the annals of history. But the valley itself endured, its twisted, gnarled trees and meandering, silent streams bearing witness to the countless souls that had met their end within its cursed confines. The valley was a place where the boundary between the living and the dead was blurred, where the lost and forgotten souls of the departed wandered in perpetual torment. It was said that their anguished cries could be heard on the wind, that their mournful whispers could chill a traveler's very soul. Few dared to venture into the valley, and those who did rarely returned. But there were those who were drawn to its dark allure, curious souls who believed that the legends were nothing more than superstitious tales. Among them was Emily, a young woman who had grown up hearing stories of the eternity's embrace from her grandmother. Driven by a relentless curiosity, Emily embarked on a journey to the valley, determined to uncover the truth behind the legends. She arrived on a misty morning, the valley shrouded in an eerie, ethereal light. The air was thick with an oppressive silence, broken only by the distant, mournful cries of the lost souls. As Emily ventured deeper into the valley, she felt an overwhelming sense of foreboding, as if the very land itself were alive with malevolence. The landscape seemed to shift and change, as if mocking her presence. The twisted trees reached out like skeletal fingers, and the silent streams whispered secrets of the damned. Hours turned into days as Emily pressed on, her determination unyielding. She uncovered the remnants of the long-abandoned village, its buildings reduced to decaying, moss-covered ruins. In one such ruin, she discovered a diary, its pages filled with the anguished writings of a villager who had witnessed the plague and the subsequent sealing of the valley. Unbeknownst to Emily, the lost souls of the villagers watched her with hollow eyes, their spectral forms lurking in the shadows. They had waited centuries for someone like her to arrive, someone who would unknowingly become a part of their cursed tale. The eerie whispers that had haunted the valley grew louder, taunting and malevolent. The apparitions materialized, their translucent forms reaching out to touch the living. Panic set in, and Emily tried to flee, but an unseen force held her back, as if the valley itself had come alive to claim her soul. One by one, the lost souls ensnared her, their spectral hands pulling her into their eternal torment. Emily's screams echoed through the valley, a chilling symphony of anguish. In the end, she too became a part of the valley's cursed legacy, her fate sealed by the same darkness that had claimed so many before her. Her story, like those of the lost souls, would become another whispered legend, a cautionary tale of the eternity's embrace, a place where time stood still and the souls of the departed found no rest.